Here we are in November, time for warm and fuzzy, comfort belly food, make the tummy happy. A little bit of homemade stuffing. We're going to use our food processor machine and start with our number 2 cone. Every good stuffing starts with some onion. It doesn't cut on the inside, so you can put your hand in there and get all your minced onion out. So emotional when you're chopping onions. Oh, we're gonna do our celery next. Now, for all of you who don't like to chew your celery for half an hour and still swallow the strings whole, little trick. Point the strings away from you, still using the number 2 blade. You show that thing who's boss. There's our celery, no strings attached. We're gonna shred up some mushrooms. Let's slice them up to go in our stuffing. So there's our mushrooms there. This is the number 4 cone. Our mushroom right on top. Ah, beautiful. No more slicing with a knife required. Use the number 3 cone for some apple and some pear. No more coring the apple through the apple core. Beautiful. Saute everything in my 11-inch gourmet skillet. I've got this preheated. Let's make Julia Child proud. What does she say? It's all about butter. Yes, just because we can cook with no fat and no oil and platinum does not mean we have to. See how it's foaming up? That's exactly what you want it to look like. When you put in your veggies. We're just gonna let these saute down in the butter until we see them sweat. I took some French bread, cut it up, brushed it with olive oil, put some herbes de Provence on there, some nice thyme and marjoram and rosemary. And I just put it under the broiler to make it crispy, crunchy. And then I took some cornbread and I did the exact same thing. I just broiled it. You can put fresh sage, fresh herbs, fresh flat leaf parsley is really, really good. Dill if you like it. And then right when we're mixing, we're gonna add in some dried cranberry. It's more festive. So I've broken up the bread, put it in my big bowl. What I'm doing is just spooning the veggies over my bowl. I'm going to leave a few still in here, reduce them down with a little bit of Pinot Grigio. And so we've got our wine in here with our sauteed vegetables. We're cooking it down, so I've got it a little bit hotter than medium heat. While that's cooking down, I'll just show you, this is my favorite way to make chicken broth. This is better than bouillon. You can get this at most grocery stores. So 1 teaspoonful of better than bouillon paste and some water mixed with it makes about the same as a 16-ounce carton or box of chicken broth, and I just think it tastes better. So once this cooks down, I'm gonna mix in my bouillon and a little bit of water, just enough to coat my stuffing. I don't need too much because the turkey will emit a lot of moisture too. You can also toast some pine nuts or pecans and put them in here too. Today I just did it with no nuts. So some butter, some wine, some chicken broth. I'm gonna pour all the broth over there and then it's ready to stuff the bird with.